and welcome to the channel, everybody, and thank you again for all the new people that's subscribing. It didn't seem 2 minutes ago since I was sort of hardly nudging the 5,000. Now we're 40 ahead over the 5,000. It seems to happen in a matter of the last couple of weeks. I'm at the NEC show, and I'll say I'm going to do snapshots of the shows that go around. Yeah, I'm sat in the new, I think it's the Avalon, the new eldest motorhome, which looks very nice, very modern. Around about 83 grand on an automatic gearbox. I think it's a Fiat it's on. I can't remember which now. Not looked at it, probably just literally walked in. Very light, very bright in here, but looks very comfortable. But anyway, what do I think about the show? I came here about just before lunchtime and met one or two people I knew, some friends. Shout out to Gordon Perry. We had a good chat, catching up on Gordon. And of course my old mate Gary and Marilyn Batten as well. They came to have a chat, and we had a bit of a laugh, etc. And we had a bit of a talk about the industry, and it was good. It was good. I stopped a bit too long in the press office, really. I should have been mooching about, but I noticed one or two things in there. I noticed some of the other YouTubers who just sort of walk past and have their own little clique. And one particular YouTuber who I didn't have much to do with that person, but you know, we always exchanged pleasantries, but today he was very sort of aloof, I thought, really. But anyway, that's as it is. I don't know why. As far as I know, I haven't offended anybody, but who knows. Well, this is my 40th year. Not that anybody's bothered, it's just my own personal thing. And I've done 40 years, as I say. I think I mentioned on my vlog last time, continually since 1985, apart from COVID, and also when the show has moved to XL. How's it been today? Well, it's been fairly busy. A couple of movements on motorhomes and camper vans. Caravans, I think, have been a bit slower. So I don't know, how that's going to happen for the rest of the week. But the show's sort of died off now. It's about 4ish way, and it's died off, as it usually does on all these shows. It doesn't matter whether it's this one or the October one or whatever. I'm sliding off these beds here, nice and comfy. But there you go. Now, I think it was Trucker made a comment. Well, it was Trucker, and he said about we were talking about the car tax, and he said about insurance. He said about he knew somebody got a tow bar on the car, and when it came to a claim, the insurance didn't know anything about the tow bar, and the claim was classed as null and void. Now, I know some insurers aren't bothered about a tow bar. Some charge you an extra tenner. Well, I had one some years ago, charged me an extra tenner for my tow bar, which I thought was a bit steep, even just for that. But anyway, so anybody who is towing with their cars, and indeed motorhomes, check that your insurance company know that you've got a tow bar on there. Otherwise it can be a bit of a sticky end. Now, just to relate a little tale that happened to my daughter's friend, I might have retailed this before, I don't know. She was a mobile hairdresser, and she had a bit of a misfortune where she hit the back of a car, but not seriously. But the car in front was an Audi, and they decided that they wanted a whole new back end on. I saw the pictures, and I just said that is about £300 or £400, possibly 500, 600 maximum, and ended up costing her nearly £6,000. And the thing was, she wasn't insured. Now, when I say that, she wasn't insured, she was, but she was only insured for social and domestic, and not travelling with her hairdressing business. So she's had to find £6,000, and as a student, that's been very, very difficult for her. But that's again another lesson: is make sure. I suppose the insurances, that's something I've always had to do, because I use it for business. Is put the insurance, costs you a bit more, but it's worth it in the end. So yeah, now then, I've had a few interesting chats here today, and we've been saying about the car industry. Where's it going to go? What's the future? and the future's not bright at the moment. I hate to say it, but it's not. And me and this chap, we argued, we said the caravan maybe needs to reinvent itself. We think, and I've been thinking this for 5 or 6 years now, is it needs to bring out a lightweight, cheap range of caravans that are about 7'2" wide, you can stick on your driveway, a caravan that's basic, but one that at least is comfortable. You're not going to get wet when you set it on site as regards like a tent or whatever, and something that people just want to use in the summer and just want to use for weekends, and be able to tow behind something like a hybrid car, and maybe the odd electric car that can tow. Because I think this is going to be the future, if electric cars get the foothold. Now, we can argue as much as we like. I'd like to think petrol, diesel and electric could live in harmony with each other, and that would be perfect as far as I could see. But I don't know how that's going to happen. We just don't know, don't we? Everything is so uncertain in this world at the moment. It's just, you know, like I say, I've seen the downside of the early 80s in the caravan industry, and in the mid 70s, and yeah, it's a bit it's spooky. It's quite frightening.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Chap here just puts his brochures down. Cheers, thank you. Doing his job, and I'm stopping him by sitting in here and just doing this bit of a vlog. Yeah, so we don't know, do we? It's just awful. Motorhome sales doing well. Why is that? We don't know. I mean, one of the reasons is I think there's a lot of people who can store a motorhome better. In other words, you can store it on the road outside your house in a lot of cases. Though having said that, as a guy not far from me, I'd got a new eldest motorhome, and the road is fairly busy. It's not particularly busy. It's not narrow, but I noticed one day, I thought, oh, you know, you're leaving that stuck out, mate. You know, somebody comes along here, you get knocked, and sure enough, a few months later, as I drove past, he was looking at the back end. Someone had obviously knocked the back end, and obviously, I would think, driven off, and he was looking at it and scratching his head as they say, well, how did that happen? And I see motorhomes parked in some very tight spaces on streets, and who knows before the government even taxes for powered our motorhome in front of our house, because they're just doing everything else. What's it going to do with this leisure industry? You know, the leisure vehicle industry is just dependent on the economy so much. We just don't know. But there's a few people here who've, you know, got a bit of, a little bit of positivity about them. But I know caravans just aren't selling as well as they are, and we've been saying this for a while. I just hope it doesn't die out as a leisure, you know, it doesn't become so niche like it started off back in the 1920s. It would be really sad. This industry has employed thousands of people, and people have had many, many holidays out of it. It's been so enjoyable. Me, myself, obviously, and my family. But the Glasgow show, I believe, went very well. I'm not sure if I mentioned that already in the vlog, but I believe that went very well. Because I've not been up there for quite a few years, 5 years I think it was. But the NEC February show, I just hope it does carry on, because well, it's a bit of a sentimental show for me. I've been coming here for 40 years, and I've seen a lot of changes, a lot of manufacturers come and gone. Where it used to be a sea of caravans, a few motorhomes and boats, it's now a sea of motorhomes and camper vans and a few caravans, and no boats apart from a few, but not like it was. It was called the Caravan and Boat Show. The books, I've got to mention the books. I know you're probably fed up with me mentioning them. I get fed up with mentioning them, to be honest with you, but anyway, they seem to be out now. The camper van has been out now. I've just, now, if you come to NEC, right stuck down the corner near the Experts Theatre, there's a bookshop now called Forrester Dean Books, and they're normally up this top end, or they have been, and they stock a few of my books. But I said, well, you got the camper van book? No. Got the visual story of the history of the motorhome? No. You know, my God, we're in a place here, if you're going to sell them, you're going to sell them here, aren't you? Not got them. But there you go. Hello, you okay? Don't worry. Yeah, don't. If you want to come in, I'll move out. I'll be 2 minutes maximum. All right. Right. That's my cue to shut up, and I will be going because I don't want to put people off from looking at a product. So yeah, they didn't sell them, but they've got, I think, the store in the motorhome and a couple of copies. That's all they've got. I had to look for them, so you know what the hell chance do you stand? But anyway, enough for me griping on. I'm going to have a look around the show. I'm going to say this is just a bit of an intro vlog, and I'll do a bit of a roundup at the end of the week, hopefully, or probably Monday now, and see how I got on. But yeah, it's quieting down a lot now. I should probably go and do a review somewhere, but I believe Bailey haven't bought some of their models. I don't know, well, I do sort of know why, but I can't say really. But anyway, there's still a lot of 2024 stock out there, and I know some dealers haven't ordered some 2025 stock either. We're waiting for that stock to go before they order the 2025 stock. So we shall have to see. Right, I'm going to see you on the next vlog, and thanks again for watching this channel and me droning on. And for anybody who watches me else on YouTube, any YouTubers, please say hello next time. It doesn't really bother me too much, but you know, it would be nice just to say a quick hello and now do, and that's it, and walk on, not a problem. But anyway, I just get on doing what I do, so that's what I'll do, get on doing it. Right, see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.